Good morning, everyone. This is going to be just a quick video. This is something that I noticed. Yeah, this is something that I noticed I noticed this from yesterday. I've been going through YouTube looking for some useful information about it, and it's a quick video I saw. I just noticed one thing about YouTube. YouTube has nothing but useless information on it now. Ever since they monetized it, it's nothing but a gossip channel. It's an InfoWars channel. They talking about this, that, and the other. Talking about people, gossip. It's a gossip channel now. Nothing but a stone gossip channel, you know. And there's so much more we could be talking about. We could be talking about um, the rise of hate crimes in America, the actual you know, things that are going on. You know, people don't stay awake. We're not awake to the things that are going on around us. There's more important things than talking about Jill Scott and her performance, what she did in her performance. She's an entertainer. I'm sure there were only adult people at her concert. If you don't like it, just don't look at it. It doesn't define who she is as a woman. It doesn't define who who and what she is. It doesn't make her a bad mother. It doesn't make her son it doesn't make her son feel bad. The only people who think her son will feel bad about it are people who just don't have nothing else good to say. Nothing good to say. You know, there's just ain't nothing good for nobody to say. So, you know, I don't see it. And like I said, there's so much other stuff that people could talk about. This ain't nothing. YouTube has become nothing but a cesspool of gossip and innuendo, everything. They monetize it, and these people put all kind of garbage out just for views and money. Okay? And conspiracy theories, InfoWar information. Just like the information that Sarah, excuse me, Sarah Huckabee Sanders got about Jim Acosta, the CNN news reporter who who accidentally touched a young lady and who said, "Excuse me." They made it seem like he attacked her because they wanted to hide the fact of President Weller 45 not answering his direct question. Everything is fake news. Everybody's buying into it. YouTube has monetized these people's pages, and they are just off the chain with the accusations, the innuendos, the nonsense. Yes, the nonsense. And if you read in my description, it will tell you more about how I feel. I just saw from uh, a documentary produced by A.C. Thompson, a reporter, a journalist for ProPublica, and produced and shown on Frontline. Why aren't we talking about that? The which A.C. Thompson, the journalist from ProPublica, and the former FBI agent he spoke with said that the greatest threat of a terrorist attack comes not from foreign entities, it comes from the homegrown lone wolf white white supremacist male male. Why aren't we discussing that? Why aren't we discussing the elections, how the Florida election was literally stolen by by Rick Scott, by the one who he was Secretary of Elections. He purged the records of many, 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 many people to vote, made it very hard for black people to vote, and he did it in the counties that were heavily populated and were Democratic. Why are we not discussing about that? Those are the things that Those are the things that affect our communities, the black communities. And those are the things we should be more focused on, not on conspiracy theories, not on, well, not on someone claiming that they were raped by someone and who wasn't. I mean, it needed to be told. It was told. The person was found out to be a fraud. Not in everything. The person was molested, but then there was a time when the person could have moved on, but he didn't. But anyway, it's not for us to judge. So what I'm saying is there's so much going on in the black community that we should be focused on, and we're not. And we should be focused on being more focused on the election of 2020, which sounds crazy because it's 2 years away, a little less than 2 years. But what I'm saying is we should focus on the things that matter for the black community, like better schooling, better health care, having decent grocery stores in our neighborhood that provide us with healthier foods, not the little stores that come in and sell all the junk food that black people like, that poor people like. They took it down. And but anyway, those are the things we should be focused on. We shouldn't be focused on, the innuendos and the rumors going around. Who cares what Jill Scott does on stage? To me, it doesn't make her a bad person. It's show business. She gives the people what they like. And I'm sure she had an adult audience. I love her music, and I won't. My description, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's focus, people, on the getting ready for the 2020 election. That is what we should be doing. We should be focused on that. That's what we should be doing. And let me say this while I'm thinking of it. You may see that. You may see a new icon, and you may see the words "I don't give a damn." Yes, it is me, but there are those foolish individuals who clone my image and make these fake channels and say a lot of dumb shit to other people. So I changed my icon. You want to use the icon? Use that icon, because I don't give a damn. That is why you see that. And if it shows up, then hey, it shows up. But I am talking about a real subject matter that we should, as the people, we should be talking about. And about we should be talking about the people who disparage our elders. Michael Edwards, he did a video yesterday about that, and I agree with him 100%. Minister Farrakhan, maybe we don't agree with him for everything. I don't agree with the Nation of Islam with everything, but I must say this: the Nation of Islam has helped a lot of young men who were in prison come out and become productive members of society. There are some wardens at jail who welcome the Nation of Islam. I grew up with the Nation of Islam when Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Elijah Muhammad, was the head of it, was the head of the Nation of Islam. It's true, Minister Farrakhan is embracing Scientology, which I don't embrace, but it doesn't make him a bad person, because if you look at the things Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam have done over the years, the good he's done far outweighs the bad. The Million Man March took a lot of young men and made them realize who they were and where they came from. He encourages entrepreneurship. He encourages us women to be ladylike, to go to school, to be educated. Most men who go through the Nation of Islam are very intelligent black men. They are very, very intelligent. Brother Ben X, a very intelligent young man. Do I agree with everything they say? No, I don't agree with anybody 100% on everything they say. That's a part of being an independent thinker. I'm a thinker. Does it mean because I don't, I don't agree with him 100%? Does it mean that they are, you know, that their opinion doesn't count? No, it just means we don't agree on some things. But I have no complaints with the Nation of Islam. We should go back to that. And there's these young men of the conscious community. What are you teaching the children? What are you teaching them? Even the ladies, Cynthia G, what are you teaching the children other than how to bash black men? When I grew up, I was taught by my grandmother, by my aunt, and one of the elderly women of my era that you give respect to the man as the household, as the breadwinner. We were not allowed, we all ate the same thing when my grandmother cooked, but we were taught, my sister and I were taught to give honor to my father. My father was the breadwinner. We didn't eat until he sat at the table with us and we all ate. He was served first, which was a place of honor. We were taught to respect men as breadwinners, to respect them as men. These are the things we should go back to our old teachings. We really should go back to our old teachings. Um, yes, yes, and this is what is lacking in our communities. So, bashing, I grew up with Dick Gregory. He was an activist, a comedian activist. He used his comedic platform to deal with issues at that time. He made them funny, but they were true issues that were really, really happening. So Dick Gregory was a very um, important, important person during that era. And Marcus Garvey, I grew up hearing my mother talk about Pan Africanism and the Marcus Garvey movement. I've learned some things through Michael Edwards and others about Marcus Garvey that I did not know. I did know that Marcus Garvey was asked to leave the United States because of his Pan Africanism viewpoints, and my mother embraced Pan Africanism. I embrace Pan Africanism. I embrace blacks becoming independent as they were before integration. I'm somewhat of a segregationist. I don't believe in integration. I think integration has ruined the black race because we're not as powerful as we were when we were independent of the white man, when we did for ourselves, when we knew that we couldn't go to this place. Black people own many businesses. My grandmother had her catering business. She cooked for a hotel. During the Depression, she lost her business. She came up. She's a very successful cook. She cooked for the wealthy. She cooked for an admiral in the United States Navy. So she cooked for wealthy people. She used the time, what she was allowed to do at that time, she used it to her benefit. No one owes us nothing. No one owes us anything. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about welfare and how we owe it to ourselves to get out and work. There's so much that we owe to ourselves, and these are the things that we should be talking about with our children. These are the things we should post up on how to correct the ills of our community, not to sit up and sit up and just do nothing. No, we shouldn't sit up and just do anything. We need to take our communities back, go in. I have another friend, Mike Canty, who says he polices his you know, he says that he polices his community and doesn't allow the drug dealers to come in, so the children are safe in that area who live around. Sorry, my stream. It said my phone was getting hot. Why, I don't know. It was interrupted. I came back in. I hope you all can see me. But, like I was saying, these are things we should do. We should do things to help improve our schools, go to council meetings. And yes, and Michael Edwards, again, he brought up a good point, which I never thought of because I never voted in midterm elections. I always thought that, you know, okay, my phone is overheating. I'm going to have to end this stream. I'm going to end it, but I will be back for part two of this. I'm going to over end it because they said my the stream will be lost, but I will be